Hello guys, today we are reviewing Hood in Outlaws and Legends. The concept of the game is interesting. The idea is that both groups of the robbers quietly advance from one shadow to another and perform the given lances. In the middle of the snooping, players can assassinate the guards who hit the road in silence as well as the players of the opposite team. Especially early in the batches, Hood, Outlaws and Legends looks really promising. The sneaking mechanics have their own functionality, and the key can be snatched secretly from the guards with the help of a smoke bomb, for example. Even the progress to the vault can still take place in reasonable secrecy. Unfortunately, in the third stage, where the coffin is carried to the winch, Hood, Outlaws and Legends jumps from sneaking into clumsy melee. When the second band of robbers gets the treasure all the way to the winch, the team representatives have to spin the crank long enough for the match to the end. At this point, another gang of robbers gets to compete for the treasure dominance in a hectic, reckoning scenes with sneaky and stealth away. Often, a final battle with a winch may take even longer than the rest of the match combined. The time required for the game character to be reborn is quite short, so fallen fighters quickly rush back to the battlefield, prolonging the fight. The situation is exemplified by the fact that the melee battle of Hood, Outlaws and Legends have been poorly executed, and it is difficult to hit attacks and repel on other attacks in the midst of chaotic group battle. Even if another team smuggled the key, picked up the treasure from the vault and brought to the winch, another band of robbers can still win the game by succeeding in the final battle. This makes the better performing start of all Hood, Outlaws and Legends matches seem insignificant. Hood is at its best if the raid can be only carried out by a team of 4 friends. With in-game search, even an individual player will find a game club, but in this case the communication within the team will easily remain minimal and unclear. At worst, the lack of communication with casual players results in each player soloing on a different side of the map, and there is no knowledge of cooperation. Hood's marginal successes fall into the backwater. The whole thriller is considered into a self-repeating remake, where the teams throw themselves at each other over and over again until one of them gets to stand next to the level that raises the meter long enough. It doesn't even matter which one spends the most time in this place, only which member gets the last point of the whole farce. The actual design and sneaking thus remains only a small part of the whole. Different character classes have abilities that could support other players. Without communication, however, the utilization of special skills is often limited. Although the different character classes have their own pros and cons, it seems that the team that usually has more Johns waving clubs in the melee and the winch usually wins. After all 5 maps have been played through a few times, the game no longer seems to offer much new. There is virtually no story involved, and collecting cosmetics doesn't seem like a very exceptional goal. I would also like to point out 2 major current issues that the community holds with the game. Executions are overpowered and abused. The requirements and how easy it is to execute another player is definitely an issue right now. For a first-timer or a new player, it's all simply seems broken as it is. To assassinate a player right now, the only requirement to be crouching behind another player. There isn't a detection system for players like there is for A, and while there is a lock-on system, it's only useful in 1 versus 1 scenario, which doesn't actually stay 1 versus 1 for long against a good team. A is woefully stupid at times. They'll endless block sometimes, and other times they're full of assault. Many times it will seem almost impossible to lose a guard if you're choosing to just run. Other times you can blaze past guards and hardly get noticed. Overall, there would be potential in Hood, Outlaws and Legends, but in its current form, successful snooping in itself is not taken away enough. The creeping team is all too easily left at the feet of a band of robbers rushing through the map. So guys, this is the end of our video review for today. Thank you for being with me. I hope you enjoy my content, and I will see you next video. Bye.